Before we get into today's topic and video, we want to remind you guys to please subscribe to our channel. Give a thumbs up to our videos, leave us your comments, tell your friends and family about the Korean Cowboys so we can grow our channel and pump out good content for you guys.
That's right. And if you won't listen to us, listen to her.
Yes, I don't know if you guys can see her. I'm sure you guys
please subscribe to our channel. That's Godsun. Please subscribe to our channel. We would greatly appreciate it if you did. She's not good at English.
All right, guys. Well, let's get straight into the video. Here we go.
And here we are at the Olympics. The 2024 Paris Olympics are currently going on right now.
Where? In Paris.
I said the 2024 Paris.
Yes.
Come on, Aaron, pull it together.
I heard.
Good, pull it together. Listen, he's going through it right now because, he worked out today and my chest is all pumped and stuff. I poked it and he was like, ah.
Yeah, so I started going to the gym starting today. I did a chest day today. My chesticles are a little sore at the moment.
You don't say chesticles. This is a. Oh, excuse me.
Oh my god.
This is a family-friendly podcast. You see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah. So basically, Aaron, have you been watching the Olympics?
I'll be honest. I've been watching clips here and there. I don't turn on my TV and watch it. I'll be honest with you guys. I didn't even know the Olympics were going on until I would say 2 months ago, a month ago. Mm-hmm. I had no clue. And
I gotta tell you, I am big. The last Olympics. Where was the last Olympics at?
2020. I don't know.
Where were they at?
Yeah, where were they?
Where were they at before this? Dang, time has been flying. I remember the Beijing Olympics really well for some reason. I don't know why, but I really remember that.
Did they have the 2020 Olympics?
Did they cancel it because of Corona? They might have.
I think because of Corona, they had the 2020 Summer Games.
No, that's not the Olympics though.
2020 Tokyo. Okay.
Wasn't it winter though?
It said 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, Tokyo.
Listen, Corona.
Actually, no. That's right, because when I was living in Japan when I was younger, they were doing construction for the Olympics. That's right. Okay, yeah, it was Tokyo.
Wow, look at me. Listen, that whole era, the Corona era, I remember very little of it. The one big thing I remember is drinking a lot with you. That's all I remember.
Drinking a lot and then not remembering the night. Anyways.
Yeah. Well, if you guys haven't noticed, Aaron certainly has because we've been talking about it a lot. The 2024 Olympics has been an epic, very divisive Olympics this time.
Yep.
And I'm not big on the Olympics as an American. A lot of Americans aren't. But, coming to Korea, the Olympics are a big deal here. The Daehanmingguk, this whole thing. It's really big. But there's a lot of things that have been happening that are not very positive. And there's actually so many, in fact, that I know we said we would not be looking at our phones anymore, but I have to because there's been so many things and I don't know the names of ancient Greek customs and I don't know all these. I can't keep track with all these things. There's so many of them, right? Yeah, between this and the election in the States, there's a lot to learn right now. But
for the Olympics, there's aside from the sports, there's been a lot of things that have been going on in the Olympics that people aren't very fond of. It's split down in the middle, I think. Not even in the middle.
It's very divisive.
It's very divisive, yeah.
And we, I think, we're pretty much on the same page with a lot of these, but some of these you might not know. So we're going to have to look at it. So I brought a few of these. So we're going to save the best and most controversial one for last. But some of them have been, some would say, targeting South Korea.
Oh, yeah.
But others would say, oh, it's an honest mistake, but we'll start with that. So, I don't know if you guys know, how the sunso, the order in which the Olympics goes, but it always starts with an opening ceremony.
All right.
Which we're going to come back to later. But in the opening ceremony, it was big in the news that this year they had each country on barges going down the Rhine, which is a river in Paris, for representing each country or whatever. Now, the official Olympic broadcast accidentally called the Republic of Korea, which is the country we live in, South Korea, the Democratic People's Republic of Korea, which is the DPRK, which is North Korea.
Yep.
And I don't know, I was looking at a lot of the comments on this. a lot of foreigners don't think it's that big of a deal.
You know
but
what?
It is a huge deal.
It is a slap to the face for South Koreans,
Mm-hmm.
but I could see why. I can understand why someone might get confused because it has democratic in it, right?
Yeah. Don't get it twisted.
But the thing is, it only takes 10 seconds to look it up on the internet, and the fact that like they put that on the broadcast and no one checked that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like, come on, you guys are the Olympic Committee.
the thing is those people, the correspondents were in the actual event reading out, most likely looking at a piece of paper, which means whoever wrote that piece of paper, it's not like they were pressed for time. It's not like it was like some off the cuff, like comment that they just had to come up with on the fly. Like there was a list of countries, the order that they were going down the river, and all that stuff. And you accidentally call South Korea, which is actually a democracy, versus North Korea, which is, while they say they are, and while they say they have elections, are not. Because in what democracy does one person get 100% of the votes?
Yep.
Say it with me. Dictatorship. I mean, hey, listen. I calls it like I sees it, but I mean, am I lying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that was a really, really big deal, and the Olympic Committee. I don't know if you know, but the Olympic Committee actually, issued an official apology.
Yeah, they talked
although
to the
a lot
president.
a lot of Korean people are still really, really mad, and rightfully so. I don't
Of
think
course.
you go there to represent your country, and all of a sudden you're called
North Korea.
Voldemort. We will not speak its name.
You know what I mean? Like, that's so, number one, that's so unprofessional. Number two, it's like, it is like 기분 na빠. It's like,
it's disappointing from something that's so professional and so prestigious as the Olympic Committee.
yeah, it's like the Olympic Games. Who gets the countries wrong? Like, that's
And you know what? Another
crazy.
funny thing is that our country, this country here in Korea that we live in, actually hosted the Olympics before, which means that we should be even more well known than countries that perhaps haven't, smaller countries that haven't hosted the Olympics.
Yeah.
In 1988, South Korea hosted the Olympics.
Well, like, it's just the fact that they got that wrong and like they didn't even have time to like, or like they didn't put the effort in to check on that before they read it out loud. That's like bizarre to me.
I mean,
who knows? Maybe they are throwing jabs at us. Maybe they are taking digs at us. I don't
because there was another broadcast that accidentally had the South Korean flag replaced with, I think, the South African flag. It was another flag, and it was like all messed up, which is ridiculous because like it's not like the South Korean flag is close to any other flag on Earth. It's very unique. Like there's some flags that are just like three base colors, right? Like, okay, if these colors are really similar or something at a quick glance, you might mess it up. Maybe you shouldn't, but you might. South Korea, there's no flag like the South Korean flag at all.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, who knows? Maybe someone on the committee is a racist. Woo.
He hasn't felt the impact of K-pop yet, but it'll get there.
I mean, who knows, man?
Aaron, let's hop on
Conspiracy theories, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that
But
right.
honestly, like 2 mistakes. I don't know if they made any other mistakes for any other countries, but the fact that 2 for Korea.
I think I heard that they did, but like that's the biggest one I think was with Korea.
But it's just like, come on, like 2 times in a row, like.
Yes.
Don't do that. It's unprofessional.
Well, you know what though? That's once again compared to what we're going to talk. Like the big cheese.
So this is like surface level stuff, I guess.
Another did you watch the intro ceremony at all?
I think I saw like a clip of it.
Okay, so like it was very usually it's very festive, right?
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of people to put it together. This one, people are kind of disappointed with how basic it was. And having the boats go down the river, like people got all these tickets, VIP boxes and all this stuff to look at, and you couldn't see nothing.
Yeah.
Like it was, you know what I mean? It was kind of a big mess. We had Lady Gaga though.
Lady Gaga.
That girl, Stephanie Germanotta, she was performing there, singing in French no less.
Yeah, I hear she's pretty good at French.
I mean, I have no idea.
That's what I heard. I think
maybe
a few years ago.
Did you hear that from Piki? Because he would know, wouldn't he?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but when they were going down the river, another big thing was, do you know who Marie Antoinette is?
Marie Antoinette.
Yeah.
In terms of what,
like in terms of a person, there's like only one really famous Marie Antoinette. So
I know there's a musical named.
Yeah, that's named after her.
Yeah.
Do you know who she is?
You have to remind me.
So she was back when there was still a monarchy in France in the 1700s. She was the one. Do you know the phrase "Let them eat cake"?
No.
Oh, anyway, so was basically a lavish spender. She was a monarch, but she was a lavish spender while people in France were starving.
She's a high roller.
So basically what happened was, she didn't actually say let them eat cake. Believe me, I know this because I'm a historian. But so basically the people got so fed up, they caught her and chopped off her head.
Ew.
Yeah. So if you looked in like the actual intro ceremony.
Yeah.
So in the windows of all the buildings, they had like a I don't know if it was 3D or if it was like a projection or something, but it had a whole bunch of Marie Antoinette's holding her head that was chopped off.
Oh, really?
So
That's
the thing
weird.
is I'm actually with the Olympic Committee side on this.
Okay.
Because Marie Antoinette and everything that happened and like, you know, the status of France now is because there is no monarchy. It's the country that it is now because there is no monarchy, right?
Yeah.
So it's a huge part of French history. And even though it's gruesome, of course, all the Karens, probably from America, are like, you know, that is so gruesome. We don't want our kids seeing that. It's not like she was holding her decapitated cranium, dripping blood and all that.
Yeah.
But it's part of history. You know, I mean, how, you know, you can't just...
Part of the host country history.
Yeah,
You know what
and
I mean?
the opening ceremony for each of these countries usually is reflective upon the host country's history, their culture, their you know, the way that they, you know, are in the world and what they're known for. And a lot of people, except for Aaron, know who Marie Antoinette is. And she's a big part of French history. I don't see an innate problem with having her being included in the opening ceremony.
Yeah.
Do you?
I agree. You know, like if the host country wants to like, you know, show off their history or whatever, like I let them do that. But the thing is, I'm curious as to what these Karens said when something else happened, but I'm sure we're going to talk about that.
Oh no, we will.
In a bit.
We keep hinting. I mean, I'm sure you guys know what it is by now, but like, you know, we're saving the
I wonder
best
what your
for
Karen
last.
said about that.
The blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice,
Yeah.
and that's, you know, the best berry. So we're waiting for that at the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, people were not feeling that. Okay, here's another one. The lack of AC within the dormitories and transportation for the
Athletes?
The athletes.
Oh no.
It is summertime. Let me tell you right now, if there was no AC in my house right now, I would be dead.
Yep.
Honestly, it's so hot here.
Hot this summer. My God.
And it is very humid in parts of Europe also.
Yeah.
And if it's, you know, like that, and you're especially, I remember hearing something about the Korean, I forget which team they were on, but some of the Korean Olympians, they were stuck on a bus with no AC, but the windows were sealed shut because of terrorism threats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they said they were baking in there. No AC in there, no AC in the rooms. We can get past the cardboard beds because you know what? Okay, everything in the Olympics is temporary.
Yeah.
You know, you got to tear it down. If you got like thousands of beds for the Olympics, that's too many beds. Okay, you do what you can. You know.
Yeah.
So I understand that, but the no AC, like, what is this, sabotage for the Olympics? You trying to kill these people before they even can get out on the you know, the mat or whatever, like for their events, like. People are looking at this particular Olympics, and I don't want to curse out the whole Olympics.
Yeah.
But this particular Olympics seems to be fraught with more problems, it seems, than I ever remember seeing. Ever.
Yeah, I don't remember ever like hearing about like big issues like that in the Olympics until this year.
Right, yeah. I mean, usually it's a very joyous, festive occasion to me, you know. But a lot of people are pointing their fingers at France.
Because they're the host country.
And they're the
right?
host country. They're in charge of putting it together and all that stuff. And there's another one that was really big, and that was preventing or not allowing French athletes to wear a hijab. Because it is a religious thing to wear a hijab, right?
Right.
Now, that being said, France, as the host country, banned its own sunsus, its own Olympians from wearing hijabs, but all the other countries were allowed to. Which makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Because a lot of countries in Europe are accepting refugees, are accepting people from other countries to come, you know, immigrants.
Right.
And you're not going to have just, you know, what you would imagine the traditional, like the ethnically French, you know, like the white and skin and all that stuff. Like it's a very, not a homogenous country so much anymore.
Right.
And none of Europe is really. But I don't know how it's acceptable to prevent your own athletes from wearing a hijab, but allowing other countries to wear a hijab. First of all, I don't think they should have any say in religious wear at all. You know, I mean, barring some like, you know, crazy circumstances, like something very, you know,
right.
Like if you can't see them at all or something like that, you know, okay, I get it. But like, you know, but I don't know. I think it's hypocritical to deny your own Olympians, but allow others to wear it. Doesn't make any sense to me. I think the rules should be pretty uniform for everybody.
I think what France wanted to do though was like show people that we're French. We're not like, because like, like when you think of just French, like just you don't think of someone wearing a hijab. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I mean, you could argue though that the France of 1750 is not the France of 2024.
Right.
Like, so like, I mean, I'm not really sure how to approach it, but I mean, at the end of the day, all I think is things should just be all uniform.
Of course. Yeah, no, I agree.
And like, you can't have like, if you're going to be stereotypical, Asians can take steroids because they're like smaller than other races.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Like in terms of like, exclusivity.
Yeah.
Not that Asians are small. They're not, but
yeah,
the stereotypes are like, Asians are tiny and the white man is big and like, it's like a stereotype. But
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it needs to be very uniform, very clear. But once again, there's been a big hubbub about it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, just from what I could tell right now, it doesn't seem like. I'm not pointing my fingers at France, but I'm just saying it doesn't seem like it's going so smoothly right now. You know what I mean?
It's really not. Well, I think the events have also had a host of issues in terms of like judging and scoring and a bunch of other things. Like there's like doping allegations and all this stuff. But I mean, I think any Olympics that you go to, you might have that. But when you start the Olympics, you start with the opening ceremony, and then the welfare and the well-being of the Olympians is the most important thing.
Right.
Which is kind of tied to the biggest talking point so far throughout all of the Olympics, which I have a few bones to pick with this, honestly.
Okay.
And that would be the opening ceremony regarding the Last Supper debacle.
Queens. Okay, yeah.
Now, I've read a whole bunch of things online, like, it's not the Last Supper. It's supposed to be like the ancient Greek, festival of something.
God of festivity.
Yeah, like they said there's a lot of things, and it's supposed to represent like, how people are dressed there and acted there. And I have the name of it here. So that's why I have to pull out my phone. It's hold on. It's called, what was it called? Oh, it's supposed to be a pagan feast linked to the gods of Olympus and the interpretation of the Greek god Dionysus. So that's okay. But the thing is there's a lot of the point of contention here is, first of all, let me, you already know what the problem is. Why are people mad at it? Do you think?
Number one, it does resemble the Last Supper,
right?
And I could see all these religious people get mad about that. It's like, why are you like imitating, the Last Supper of Christ or whatever? That's where like there's like a disconnect for me. It's like you're okay with this, but you're not okay with this, but you're okay with this. You know what I mean?
I mean, okay. If you guys have been watching the podcast, you guys know. At the end of the day, I don't care about religion at all.
Yeah.
I just don't care. Like, you can have your religion. I'm cool with it. Whatever. However, in that same vein, I think that you shouldn't do something that is going to offend a certain religion.
Of course.
Because, you shouldn't go out of your way. And if you're telling me, so basically, give me the timeline of this. So when this thing first blew up, said Paris 2024 said that it was inspired by Leonardo da Vinci's fresco, The Last Supper, which depicts Jesus and the 12 apostles. While Thomas Jolly of the Olympics Games X account stated that this represents a pagan feast linked to the gods of Olympus and an interpretation of the Greek god Dionysus. So basically, the official Olympics Paris 2024 said it is the Last Supper.
And now they're backtracking.
On X, formerly Twitter, that it is some kind of pagan feast from the ancient Greeks, right?
Yep.
So when I look at that, I'm like, first of all, there's a big disconnect between the two. And to me, it looks like backpedaling.
Yeah, it is backpedaling.
The thing is people online are saying, why are you being so offended by this? Like, it's, we didn't mention this, okay? So basically, the whole thing was done by drag queens. Okay.
Well, I mentioned it kind of, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It was done by drag queens. There's nothing wrong with drag queens. I have been to drag shows before, and I think they're fun. They're very interesting. Yeah. However, you must be smoking some of that good if you think that did not look like the Last Supper. It did look like the Last Supper. And you can say it's a pagan feast all you want, but Paris 2024 actually said that. And if it was a pagan feast dedicated to Dionysus, then whoever outlined that and saw what it looked like, I'm sure they rehearsed it a billion times. And you're telling me that not one person said that it looked like the Last Supper. The resemblance was too similar.
It's uncanny.
Yeah, it's an uncanny, like you basically got to be a dumbass if to not see the resemblance. And if you can't see that resemblance, that's a big problem. Now, once again, I say this because the fact that there are so many people that will be offended by drag queens, okay?
And
it's not about inclusivity and stuff.
Right.
It's about the right place and the right time. See, and I don't think that, like, you really want to go down that route. Now, they say another thing. So they burlesque, right? It's French. And there's a lot of, drag elements in burlesque. They say, oh, well, it's a French, part of French culture, burlesque.
But yeah, but the thing is, like you said it very well. Like, there's always a right time and a right place for everything.
I think that you need to be able to realize when something is just not appropriate for the occasion. Drag queens can be appropriate in other occasions, right?
Yeah, of course.
Listen, I've seen RuPaul's Drag Race. I think it's a fascinating show, and I think it's hilarious. But to mix it with religion, and this is assuming
that's where, like, the biggest, like, where people are getting the most mad over is, like, you're mixing it in with Christianity.
And this is assuming that it was purposeful, like Paris 2024 said. This is assuming that it was purposeful. What did you expect? I can guarantee you this. You wouldn't do that to other religions. I'm not naming them, but you wouldn't do that to other religions.
Yep. I mean,
why would you choose this one? And this is coming from someone who has no religion. I'm not going to say I'm anti-religious, but, like, I give 0 Fs about religion, honestly. And my biggest gripe with this, I know I'm on a mad tear. I'm like, filibustering, but to me, this is my personal opinion. I think the opening ceremony should be something that shouldn't be headline grabbing, because the real stars of this are the Olympians, not the opening ceremony, not the people that participate in it, not Lady Gaga, not any of these people. The real people that the real attention should all go to the people that are actually there to represent their country.
Exactly.
But instead, you want to make clickbaity headlines and get all this attention, drawing attention away from the people that train their whole lives to participate in the Olympics.
Like, the Olympics should be focused on the athletes. It shouldn't be focused on inclusivity and religion and all that BS.
Social agendas, to me, don't belong in this particular instance.
Exactly. And they're, like, the whole, like, opening ceremony with, like, the whole, like, Last Supper or whatever, there's just so much, like, religious, like, like, social, like, play that goes into that. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's so inappropriate. It's like you said, these athletes spent years preparing for this moment, and, like, they should be the ones that are celebrated, not you guys. You know what I mean? Don't take this platform for your own benefit. It's so bad.
See, the thing that I find that is funny, like other social issues and other economical issues, there's always protesters for whatever your cause might be at the Olympics. But the Olympic security teams and all that are quick to get them out.
Yep.
And to me, I feel like it should be about the sports and about the country that's hosting it. And I don't think there's room for social agendas. There shouldn't be social rhetoric being tossed around. I don't think it's appropriate.
Exactly. Social issues shouldn't be brought up in the Olympics at all.
Yeah, you should. Opinion. It's about the Olympians at the end of the day.
Exactly.
These people train their whole lives, and you have no idea how hard these people train. Like, it's their whole life to be able to even participate in an Olympics.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And it's a big deal.
I just felt like it was, like, a little, like, disrespectful when I saw that. I was just like, really? You guys are taking, like, the eyes and, like, the headlines off of these Olympians to, like, promote this, like, I'm not gonna say trash, but promote your own, like, agendas. It's like, come on, like, that move is trashy. I'm not saying their agendas are trashy, but that move is trashy.
And I mean, listen, like, there's people, it's really decisive. A lot of people are mad, but a lot of people are also supporting it, saying that it's part of their culture, saying that it's what's the big deal? It's a couple of drag queens. Like, if you look at it in a different context, it's not that big of a deal. It really isn't. But in this particular context, it is, because that's all that people are talking about.
Yep.
They're not talking about how good someone did in this sport or that sport. They're not talking about all this stuff. They're talking about that and that only. That's what this Olympics will be known for, I think.
Yep.
This Olympics, like, people remember the Chinese Olympics, right? Because of their the huge budget that they had.
Yep.
The incredible opening ceremony that paid homage to Chinese history and culture, that was still very respectful and kept in mind that the whole world, bar a few bad eggs, like, Russia and
anyways,
Belarus.
yes.
But anyway, you got to remember that the whole world participates in this. It's not,
just you guys.
Just you guys. You got to remember that the whole world and it participates, and it's supposed to be a peaceful thing. Like, look, North Korea and South Korea both participated in this Olympics. They literally went viral for taking selfies together. Yeah. I don't know if you saw this. They took selfies together. Like, I saw the news article like yesterday or today or something. Like, it's about friendly competitiveness, bringing the world together. I don't think there's anything that is more, how do you say it, warm-hearted and like bringing people together than the Olympics.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
There's just something special about sportsmanship and sports and competition that'll like bring people together. Like, like sometimes like in the past they would have wars, but then like they would have like a truce to like play a game of soccer or something with you. You know what I mean? Like
that's World War II.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's something very beautiful about that. But the fact that people are taking away from that and trying to promote their own social agenda BS is BS. Yeah. But on a brighter note about the Olympics, Korea has a lot of gold medals at the moment.
I was on a particular website called 4chan. Listen, when I'm bored at home, I get on 4chan and I like to read like the movie section and the video game section and the political section because there's a lot of interesting commentary and people are genuinely very surprised about how many medals South Korea is getting because, I'm so proud of South Korea from coming up from a country literally like a few decades ago from like absolutely nothing to like what it is now. Like to see South Korea win like that is just so heartwarming to me. Like, you look at the thing and you're like, okay, you expect America, the UK, China, Japan, like these big countries that are historically very big.
Yeah.
You expect them to get a lot of medals. But then you get Korea, who's up there also, who's, now a very developed country, but at one point in time was literally the poorest in the world. I don't know. It makes me very proud. I mean, are you looking at a list of how many medals people have?
Yeah.
Where are we at right now? Because, the Olympics aren't over yet. So, like, it takes several weeks for all the medals to come out. Where are we at right now?
So, South Korea right now, we have in total 12 medals.
Okay.
We are, I think, 7th in terms of most medals at the moment.
How many gold, silver, bronzes do we have?
6 gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze at the moment.
Damn. We got 6 gold medals. We got the most gold medals out of all the different colors of medals. Who's got the most right now? So we're 7th out of the whole world. How many countries are participating? It's got to be a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
But right now, from what I could, the number one list is China. They have 11 gold, 7 silver, 3 bronze, makes them at 21.
They got 3 billion people. So.
And then second is France. They have 8 gold, 10 silver, 8 bronze. They have 26 in total, but I think they're behind China because China has more gold.
Okay.
And then Japan has 15, Australia has 17, USA is 31.
USA's in 4th?
5th.
USA no longer number 1. Dang.
Because USA only has 6 gold, but they have 13 silver and 12 bronze. So they're doing like pretty well.
Well, I also saw like sorry, go on.
And the Great Britain is like right above us.
Yeah, see, those are the countries that I mentioned.
Yeah.
But you know what I found? I think I saw America had like something like 500 something participants in this year's Olympics.
Oh wow.
I think China had 300 something, and like some countries only have like a few, like very few.
Yeah.
So we got China and America especially have huge pools of people to pull for the Olympics.
Korea's doing very well in the sports with aim. Archery, we got 2 gold.
I was actually talking about
shooting.
This with
we got 2 gold and 2 silver.
Shooting and guns are illegal here. America, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you're serious? Come on, like America, you guys should be like killing it.
And
like
Korea,
not literally, but
we got 2 in fencing.
I think archery too. Didn't we do good in archery also?
We got 2 gold in archery. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 2 gold in fencing.
There's a reason why South Korea managed to hold back invaders for so many years. So,
yeah, you know what? You bring up a good point. Guns are illegal here. How are we so good at shooting?
Well, they all go to the military, so maybe that's why. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But actually, if you're going to the Olympics, though, you're probably pretty young. A lot of Olympians are really young. They might not even gone to the military. Because I know, isn't it, if you get a gold medal at the Olympics, you don't have to go to the military.
Yeah, you're exempt from like your military duty, from what I know. Yeah.
Shoot, yeah, but that makes sense. You'd think that the America would be good at it, but
I don't know, man.
Clearly not.
Maybe that army exemption, lit a fire under these young
I mean,
kids'
that's
ass. I don't
possible.
know, maybe, but
Mm-mm.
yeah, I'm proud to be a South Korean. You know what I mean? Korea's doing very well right now, so
Mhm.
hopefully we can keep racking up them gold medals. Silver and bronze are good as well.
Speaking of archery,
I'll whoop that ass in archery, bro.
listen, we're still figuring out the roughs and cuts of what's going on, but oof.
You guys look forward to future content where nothing. Anyways,
Mm.
yeah. Anyways, the Olympics, there are good points about it. Like
How about this?
Celine Dion's performance, I like that.
Oh, I'm glad to see her back. You know, she has the stiff person syndrome. I feel so bad for her. I watched some of her documentary.
Her vocal cords are woo. Her
Dude,
pipes, woo.
there was literally footage of her having a seizure because like, her body just randomly seizes and she can't move.
Yeah.
Like she can't even move her vocal cords. Listen, Celine Dion's a legend. And
I watched her sing. I was like, wow.
But you know what? Did you see like the footage of her trying to sing and like she can't because her vocal cords, like it's not that she's lost the ability to sing. She can't control her vocal cords anymore. So I think she's been going through a lot of therapy and stuff like that. So she's managed to gain enough control to like sing again. But like, when she sings like My Heart Will Go On or these other songs that are like really, really hard to sing.
Yeah.
Like
I thought she did fantastic.
she did great. She sounded just like, herself. But I think it was really meaningful to have her there because, she's been in the media a lot lately because she's like literally she's easily in the top 5 best vocalists on earth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So to have her recover enough to be able to sing at the Olympics, I think it meant a lot for her. I saw the video where she was it was like a Jeet Chem.
Yeah.
And then she was like trying to hit the note, but she couldn't. And she started crying like on stage. Like, damn, that must be heartbreaking. If you're like me and you can't sing that well anyway, then I don't really care. But if I was like her and I could sing like her, forget about it. Did you see his smirk?
What?
He playing too much.
I'm just looking at the camera. What?
He thinks he's like
I'm just
Luther
smiling at the
Vandross or something. Like,
I'm just looking at the camera, bro. What are you talking about?
this is an interesting question. You and I are both hamburgers, Americans.
Yes.
But when we watch the Olympics, who do you cheer for?
Korea.
Why is that, you think?
So nationality-wise, like you and we are both Americans, and we are proud to be Americans. But like even when I was living in America, like the 2002 the World Cups, the soccer, like I was cheering for Korea. I think that's like a ethnical thing. You know what I mean? I can be
Picture.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like
Your
at the end of the
veins.
day, like I do have Korean blood in me, and I don't think it's just like a Korean thing. Like even like in the States, like where I grew up, there were a lot of Mexicans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time like the World Cup or Olympics happened, like the Mexican community would vote for, like they would cheer for Mexico. You know what I mean? Like I feel like
that
that's
makes sense.
I feel like it's like a given. You know what I mean?
Who do you gotta be? What kind of American do you have to be to vote like cheer for America then? Like someone that
know.
came over on like the Mayflower or something? Like someone that's like been here for a long time?
But America's like so like diverse. America's like a melting pot, right? So I mean, yeah, you know what? I don't know.
It's kind of strange. Listen, I'm half white and I don't give a damn about how America does in the Olympics. Americans don't care either because you know what? The last Olympics, their viewership was down 40% from the Olympics before that.
Because
American people don't watch the Olympics. They watch the Super Bowl.
Exactly. Even when we were living in the States, I don't remember ever like Americans being like, "Let's watch America like kill it," and like never, ever,
Never, yeah.
Not even in the World Cups or like you know what I mean, like.
But I think the thing is because America is the way it is. It's a very isolated country. Like it's kind of like across the world. Its northern and southern borders are with allies, Mexico and Canada.
Yeah.
So like, it's a very isolationist type country. Like and Americans are very me. My people, my family, my whatever. Like, I think that's why football does so well there because football is the only place that football does really well is in the States. It doesn't do well anywhere else. They don't even call it football and like they call it rugby and other stuff in other countries. And I don't know.
I feel like Americans are more focused on football and basketball. I feel like those are like the two main sports.
See, Korea though, to me, I think soccer is the biggest. I think, and then baseball.
Oh yeah,
yeah, baseball, soccer, and baseball, and I think basketball used to be.
Not so much now.
In the 90s, it was really big, like college
Slam
basketball. And like it was in Reply in 1994. There was a whole basketball storyline in that, but it was really big back then. But it's basically soccer, football for you people over there in Europe, or basketball. But yeah, they don't really care about the Olympics in the States. Here, it's a big deal. Everyone watches the Olympics here, especially the big popular sports, like the really big popular ones.
Because like Korea is like so nationalistic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Korean people are like,
Korea.
Korea. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's how Korean people. I feel the same way too. I'm like, F yeah, let's go South Korea. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what's really interesting? I'm gonna look this up after we're done with this podcast. But so you know how there's North Koreans participating in the Olympics. So like, and you know how in North Korea they can't actually watch whatever they want. I wonder if they temporarily allow them to watch the Olympics because they're literally sending, and they actually won a gold medal, I think, in something. I saw. Didn't North Korea win? Look that up. I'm pretty sure North Korea won a gold medal for something. And the first thing I thought was, wow, does Jong-un이 give them a house? I really wondered that. I'm like, wait, if you win a gold medal, do you get like
oh no. So North Korea right now has 2 medals, 2 silvers, 1 in diving and 1 in table tennis, which I think ping pong.
Oh, was it not gold? Okay, but it's still a medal.
Yeah.
For North Korea, how many does it tell you how many Olympians, North Korean Olympians there are?
I can't find that information.
But I wonder, like, can people actually watch the Olympics in Korea? Because normally you can't watch anything. You can
I
normally
wonder.
just watch like the North Korean propaganda news. But like, can they actually temporarily, like, do they like temporarily unblock their like, you know, computers and or they're not computers because no one has computers there unless you're rich. But like, do they temporarily unblock it? I wonder that.
Maybe. You might be onto something. Possibly. I
mean, it can't be like Iraq. You remember Iraq? Allegedly, Saddam Hussein's sons, basically when the Olympians like lost or some soccer players lost or something happened, and they lost a game and then they came back and they just killed them all and tortured them.
Oh my god.
Because they sucked or something like that. This is Saddam Hussein's psychotic kids.
Jesus.
Rest in. But.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
that's interesting. I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah,
not that we know, but
the Olympics are still ongoing, so who knows what's gonna happen? You know, we're gonna have to wait and find out.
I'm cheering for Korea #1, baby.
Yeah, honestly, hopefully Korea racks up more medals.
대한민국 1등.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's crazy like how far Korea's gotten in the past few decades. It's pretty wild.
I'm off my thing watching Reply 1988, and that was where they had the first, you know, the Olympics in Korea, the Olympic Stadium. I was like, even back then Korea was like, let's be honest, it was kind of a mess. Yeah. And then, you know, it just got so much better now. We're on the world stage now.
Hell yeah.
What do? Well, listen, we're cheering for all the teams at the Olympics. Hope everybody has a safe time.
Yes, hopefully all the athletes stay healthy, you know, hopefully no one gets injured, and hopefully, you know, whatever country you're rooting for does well, you know.
And keep
not
in
better
mind,
than South Korea, but yeah, well.
And keep in mind, you know, everything that we said here is strictly our opinions. And, you know, you can have your own opinions. It's fine.
Yeah, so you guys can think that Last Supper was appropriate, and if you guys do think it's appropriate, let us know why in the comments. Maybe we're just not informed about it. Who knows?
I mean, it's all basically what you believe is appropriate or inappropriate. So, you know, everyone has their, you know, opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one. So, you know, mine's just right a lot of the time.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's take on our viral videos.
Yes, let's go.
Whoa, here we go.
And we're back with our viral video section. Today we're just gonna do it on our phones. Obviously, you guys can watch it on the screen.
I forgot my laptop. I went to Baji today.
Yeah, he went on jet ski or water skis and stuff like that. So, do you want to show me yours first, or do you want to watch mine first?
I will show you mine. Well, actually, no. You show me yours first, because I feel like mine is gonna be Kirojin Yegi.
Okay.
Here we go. 3, 2. Call the cops on you. You understand?
What?
You ride that motorcycle in that park one more time and I'm calling the police on you. Do you understand me? This is where kids play. This is not a track for motorcycles.
Kids are at school.
They're not. I just picked mine up. Oh. And this is not a place where you ride goddamn motorcycles. It's a park.
You don't got
You do it again, I'm calling the cops. You understand? All right. Now I'm calling the cops.
I'm so scared.
You're riding a motorcycle?
How about I just kick your ass?
Then you'd get charged with assault of a minor.
You ride your motorcycle in this park again and you're gonna go to jail.
Says who?
That's me.
What if they don't catch me?
Get the fuck out of here now. You come back over here again and I'm calling the cops.
I live over here.
I don't give a fuck. Don't ride your goddamn motorcycle in the park. Go.
I'm a little conflicted.
What is your opinion on this video and this situation?
So it's a motorcycle.
Right.
I'm not sure what type of motorcycle. I couldn't really tell. Also, your phone battery is extremely dead.
Yes,
but besides that, if it was a public park, where this person was riding a motorcycle in a way that was not on a trail or something that allows motorized vehicles, then he has a point. If it was on a path that allows electrical vehicles, then he's being a Ken,
Right.
a male Karen.
Right. So,
Is there a backstory to this? I'm not.
I don't know if the park allows. I
Okay.
mean, I would assume not. Because parks, like, there are kids and stuff running around.
Yeah, I guess it depends. It's like a national park type of park, or is it like a park in
No,
the,
I think it's just like a park,
Okay.
like in your neighborhood.
like with like a playground and stuff, right?
Yeah. So, I'll be honest with you, I agree with the guy. The thing is, if I have kids and stuff and they're playing around in the park and you have like this person admitted they said they're a minor, right? Like a 16, 17-year-old riding their motorcycle around, like being crazy and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't like that. It's a hazard. It's a safety
And
hazard.
they're loud. I hate motorcycles. Like, I know there's some people that are like,
Yeah, I hate the
like
sound of
vroom
motorcycles.
vroom, like they think they're super cool and
Yeah.
Chad-like, and let's go to Sturgis.
And like, it's just like the way that the kid went about it. It was like so like snarky and
So wait.
smart-ass about it.
Yeah, like I'm confused. So like once again, it very much depends on the situation, like what the rules are. You can't really tell from the video. So you mentioned, you're gonna go to if you call the cops or if you touch me, you're gonna go to jail for assaulting a minor. He's like, all kids are in school. Why is this person not in school if they're a minor?
Maybe they're ditching school. I don't know.
Well, yeah, but that's also a problem.
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like a latchkey kid to me, like a
And like it's just like the way like the kid's like doing like this in front of like the dude's face, and like it's like so disrespectful. You know what I mean?
I think they both could have gone about it a better way.
Obviously, the guy shouldn't have been like, "I can just kick your ass right here." You shouldn't have said that. But,
I
like,
don't advocate for parents, or I mean not even parents, adults in any way to curse out some kid. Like I don't think that's appropriate ever.
Yeah.
Especially like if it's your own kid maybe, but not if it's like some rando kid.
Yeah.
But yeah, this kid seems obnoxious, probably going through puberty.
Yeah.
So it's like, you feel all rebellious and like,
It's just like when I watched this particular video, I was like, does this kid like not know like respect? Because number one, if you are per se breaking the law and riding a motorcycle, and this guy's telling you get out of here, and you're gonna talk back and do this, you're like, have you not? Have you not been taught respect? You know what I mean?
Do you not remember the deer video? You're killing all the deer in this neighborhood.
You know what I mean? It's like so snarky, and like it's just like maybe because I'm getting older now, but like stuff like that kind of pisses me off. I'm not even gonna lie.
I mean, listen, you can't lay hands on a kid though.
I was probably the same way as that kid when I was his or her age, but you know what I mean?
I could
Like,
proudly say I was never like that.
I don't think I was that bad.
Aaron's just got a little bit, too much attitude.
No, but just the comments are funny too.
What were they saying?
It's like this kid needs a wooden spoon, and like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Listen, once again,
I bet this kid has fantastic parents.
the way that you act, and I full-heartedly agree with this. The way that you act is a reflection on how well your parents raised you, and a lot of people don't think that. But like, if you're a really, really, really terrible person and you act in a really, really terrible, immature way, that means your parents, unfortunately, screwed up somewhere.
Yeah,
That's barring anything, like a mental issue or something. Except for that stuff. You know what I mean? Like, it's a big reflection. So like my mom used to tell me, like when I was in like elementary school and stuff, I would hang out with some kid, I'd bring some kid over to my house, like a friend, and we'd like hang out, play PlayStation, whatever. And then my, mom would see how this kid would act, and she would instantly deduce whether this person's parents, what kind of parents they were. And then when I ever went to their house and I saw how their parents really were, I instantly realized.
yeah,
Like, for example, I remember my friend, I'm not going to name him. He always used to come to my house. He lived right down the street from me. And, we used to like play video games and like, watch Digimon and whatever. And then my dad would always like cook, like, if he was over, he would like include him in on dinner and like, stuff like that. And I remember I went to his house one time, and I remember his dad, he had a big handlebar mustache. He drove a monster truck with enormous tires, like, the ones that are like really high,
Yeah.
like that, right? And he was like, "Dad, my friend's over. Can you cook us dinner?" And I remember this so vividly. His name was Jason, the dad.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "I don't gotta make you." We were like 9 years old, and I was like, "What the?" Even I knew what the word was when I was 9,
course,
but I was like,
Wow,
this is a dysfunctional family. Like,
Yeah.
no wonder he never wants to be home. The guy's an ass. Like,
yeah. I mean, just the way that like the kids act is like I do feel like it is a good reflection of how they were raised, how their parents treat them. So hopefully we personally don't run into like a little shit like that because I'd get pissed. I think.
You won't have to. Well, if it won't be your kid because I'm sure you'll properly discipline them.
My kid's gonna be like one of those kids like he goes to like his friend's house or whatever. Like he sees his friend's parents like, "Hi, Mr. and Mrs. It's very nice. I'm gonna teach my kid like etiquette and manners, like for sure." Like,
do you think your kid should call you sir or ma'am?
Sir, I think sir is fine.
Like, do you think that's like because it's very old school to do that? But like most people don't do that now. Yeah. I don't call my dad sir.
Right.
I don't call my mom ma'am.
But I think
will you do that?
I think when kids are like in like the developmental stages of their life, like especially really young, I do think it is good to like have that order in the house. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I think it's jarring. Like even people these days, the word sir, unless you're working in like a business sector, using the word sir or ma'am is actually I don't really hear it that much anymore. I used to hear it a lot.
I use it all the time.
Like
if I go back to the States, I could say like a waiter or waitress like, "Oh, can I get you something to drink?" I'm like, "Oh, yes, ma'am. Like, can you just look at the menu like real quick?"
I use it, but I don't hear other people use it that much.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
like, "Yes, sir. Thank you."
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I don't remember ever using it when I was a kid either. And I think it's a very it's not an Asian thing. I don't think.
No, I don't think
so.
But
like I know a lot of African American families they used to teach their kids. I don't know about now. And then white families also.
I think I used to when I was like really young. Like, yes, ma'am.
I don't remember.
To my mom. Yeah.
I don't know.
Anyways.
Yeah. Well, let's do my video.
Let's go watch your video.
Okay. Here we go. Do you get it? Yeah. It's a very short video.
He was trying to like...
This is a reflection. I could talk for a long time about this. Now, you're lucky that when we went to Guam, we were only there for 3 days. Honestly, though, I never really got that sick of him. Honestly. But we've only ever been on like one real vacation
What's
together.
there to get sick of, baby?
Depends how much alcohol you have. There's a lot. But I can tell you this.
Oh, look, Guam was more like a 2-day trip because...
Was it only 2 days?
Oh, it was 3 days, but the first day you passed out after taking allergy
I had to
meds.
take Benadryl. You made us eat freaking kogi and soju in Guam. Oh, God, I keep cursing. I'm really annoyed about that. Who goes all the way to Guam and eats freaking samgyeopsal? Anyway.
It was good.
Now, I can say this because I did go on a very extended trip to LA. This was in 2016-ish. I went there for KCON. But I had a little thing to do in KCON. But I went with 2 of my female friends. One of them I flew with. The other one I don't talk to. And I'm not going to mention names. But I'm going to tell you all the story. Anyway. Oh, Jesus, take the wheel. Basically, what happened was we went to LA. I did my blah, 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 work in KCON in LA. Mm-hmm. And then all 3 of us piled in a car and drove to Colorado, where they dropped me off in Colorado Springs, and they went to go hang out with family and friends or whatever over in a different city in Colorado. Mm-hmm. I was in the car with them for a long time. If you don't know, in the States, from LA to Colorado, it takes a good 24 hours of straight driving.
Oh, God.
It's very far. The States is big. So, and this is when Blackpink first debuted, and I like Blackpink. Oh. And I also like Monsta X. I like all these groups. In moderation. I must have listened to that, what's the debut song? Doo-doo-doo?
Yeah, I know it's talking
about. Whatever. I think that's a song. Anyway.
Was that 2016? Was it that
It was
long?
around that time.
Oh,
yeah.
man, yeah.
2016, 17. I don't remember exactly, but I cannot be exposed to people for a long time. I go nuts. I mean, I'm okay with one of them now, but the other one, forget about it. I'm totally not even friends with that person to this day.
Yeah, I remember you.
I told you this. Trip. I was livid. I was furious, like about all the BS that I had to put up with for that long. If I'm with a person, like that's my thing. Like I'm an I, right? Are you an I or an E?
I'm an I.
You're an I. So I'm the type of person I can throw down. I can go out and drink. I can party, but only for one day.
Yeah.
Like I can't be exposed to the same person every day for a long time.
Yep.
Even when you and I were living together, like, we're friends, right? and we lived in the same house. Luckily, the house was very big, and I basically had the first floor, and you basically had the second floor.
Right.
And like, if I needed to separate myself from you, which I did occasionally, I would there would be days where I wouldn't go up at all. Like, I would just be on the first floor hanging out doing my own thing, and you would be up on the second floor playing PUBG or whatever you were doing up there.
Yeah.
You know, so I was at least able to separate from you at that time.
Yeah.
No matter how good friends we are, I cannot see you every day. It will drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter who you are. Like, even my brother, my parents, I don't want to see them every single day. Like, it makes me wonder when I lived with my parents, but no wonder me and my brother fought so much. You know, like, and even my friends, my closest friends, Aaron, anybody, I can't see you that much. Not to the point where I want to, smother you with a pillow, but I need my space, and I'm much more comfortable living alone than I am living with anybody.
Yeah.
Because I just like to, like, for example, when I wake up, I have a routine. I drink my cup of coffee, I like play a game or watch a movie or turn on YouTube. Like, I have my own way of doing things. And when someone like encroaches on this, it drives me nuts. Like, I can put up with it for a few days, but I can't deal with it for like long extended amounts of time.
Yeah. It's like you and I, like, we like sometimes have conversations. We'll be talking about like mutual friends, and I'll be like, in moderation. Like,
listen.
Like, I can't see that person for more than like an hour at a time. Like,
there are some people on my Kakao. I'm not even lying. There are some people on my Kakao. I put
you shady, bro.
I put a little asterisk near their name on there to know, those are people like, don't respond too fast. Honestly, honest to God. Because if I don't want to get dragged into a conversation, because I don't like leaving things on red for very long.
Yeah.
It makes me uncomfortable. It makes me like, oh, damn, I forgot to respond to that person. Like,
yeah.
I still want to be polite and have manners about certain things.
But there are like those friends where it's like, sometimes they're a little too much. It's like, I just need, like, I can meet you like once a month. Maybe,
you and I have actually met people like, and we're like, I'll pull Aaron aside, like, after we're like, done hanging out or whatever. I'm like, all right, you can call me next year. We'll hang out with this person again next year, because I can't hang out with this person more than like at least once a year, because this is just too much. It's draining. It's obnoxious.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this person's real great, once. You know what I mean? It's like, I love Thanksgiving, but I don't want to eat turkey every day.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, moderation,
Yeah.
Like, I want some ham and other varieties of meats. I don't want just this one thing. So
there are people and friends like that. Yeah, just got to see them every once in a while. Can't see them too often.
I mean, like, even if I were to date somebody, I don't know if I could see them every single day. Like, I think it would drive me nuts. Me personally.
Yeah,
like,
I don't think it's healthy either to see someone like every day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I need my own time.
Yeah.
Like, I want to get to the point where like people like don't even like remember like me really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how come sometimes someone will pop up in my head, someone that I haven't seen in a long time. I'm like, oh, let me hit that person up, see what they're doing. But that's very rare. But it happens. Those are the type of people that I can't see. There's a reason why I don't think about you. It's because, like, not that you're a bad person. You're just not right for me.
Yeah.
Or the world.
Of course. It's like you said, everyone's different. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So, and everyone's tolerance, what's acceptable, what's not is different, like you said earlier with the Olympics. So,
See, now that I only see Aaron, a good once, maybe twice a week, I think our friendship's a little bit more healthy than it used to be. Honestly.
Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah?
We used to fight a lot. Like,
It wasn't really a fight.
You know what I mean? No, I mean, like, arguing, and like we'd have like, what is Bruman in English? Like, you know what that is?
Bruman is like an issue.
Yeah, like an issue. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, like we would have like but him and I are both not the types to say what's bothering us. We let it bubble up inside forever, and then we let it explode. And then if he explodes on me, then all the stuff that bubbled up in me, I would explode on him, and then we would just fight, and then we wouldn't talk for like however long.
Yeah.
See that if you can say it just right then and there, real quick.
Let's get it out.
Then just get it out and get it over with. Then that's great. But him and I are both not that type of people. So
yeah.
Anyway, so if I haven't called you in a long time, get a clue.
All right, guys. I think it's time for us to wrap up today's episode. We talked about what happened so far in the 2024 Olympics in Paris.
Go Korea!
Yeah, go Korea. We watched our viral vids. If you guys haven't subscribed to our channel, like we said earlier, please subscribe. Please give a thumbs up on our video. Give us a like. Leave us your comments. Also, tell your friends and family about us, and also have your notification bell on so you guys know when we upload every week.
Please, Gotsun is asking you to subscribe and love us.
Yes. Oh, man, my body is so sore from working out today. Oh, God.
We'll do a body profile challenge or something.
Oh, God, it's been like so long. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to go home and rest, so...
You're right.
And take a hot bath and
I'm going to
just
put
chill.
pasta on my boobies.
All right, guys, we're going to say bye now. Hopefully everyone has a good week. And yeah, everyone stay healthy.
Go gold! 대한민국!
3, 2, 1. Yeehaw! Goodbye,
I was looking at Gotsun. She's like stretching.
Oh, man, my body's so